Good evening. My name is Wade Wyatt. I am the uncle of Anton, or as we call him in the family, AJ. And I'm honored to perform the ceremony which will unite Anton and Juste. First off, I'd like to give a special welcome to the couple's parents, Anton and Liz, Val and Audrey, and all the loved ones gathered together on this beautiful day to celebrate that. So a couple of months ago, I was on the phone with these two. We were talking about what exactly we wanted to do during the ceremony, and the gist of it was, keep the light on the way. Let's get through this, right? But I think it's also important to have a few messages. So I'm going to keep it light, and I'm going to keep it quick. But I asked them, I said, how did you guys meet? Tell me your story, because I'm not quite sure about it. They talked about how they had friends that said, you gotta meet this, right? You gotta meet AJ, he's great, right? And they ended up finding meeting. I mean, they were in the same room together at parties and didn't even notice each other, right? They ended up meeting, right? It's your classic love story, right? And they're here before us now, right? And I got to thinking when I got up, I said, what's this like? And I came up with Sesame Street. Show of hands. Who's watched Sesame Street? Who's been a parent, right? Sesame Street. So you think about it, there was this character that only Big Bird saw called the Snuffleupagus, right? Big Bird looked at the Snuffleupagus and he'd say, it's kind of like a big woolly mammoth. He'd say, stay here. I'm going to grab a friend that's going to prove that I'm not the only one who can see it. And he'd take off and leave. And I thought, this is just like that. They're both looking for their Snuffleupagus, right? And they find each other. And they say the rest is history. But I got to also thinking, I don't think it's just as easy, right? I think it's more than just dating. It's more than just love. We're all out there looking for our special person. Might not even be a person, it could be a pet. It could be a best friend. But it's what we all kind of think about, consciously or subconsciously, is, where's my special person in this world, right? I think it's God. God has a hand in that. I think that one of the things that is important to Him is to make sure that we find that special person, right? And I think that this is a classic case where you two found each other. Marriage has got peaks and valleys, ups and downs. I know you've heard that before. You're in that valley, whether it's personal and you're good for the other person to pick you up, or it's in your marriage, I want you to think of one thing, right? Remember that you did find each other against the odds. You are each other's forever person. God made sure of this. I'd like to ask Austin and Ingrid to step forward and do our readings. Austin will go first, followed by Ingrid.
Reading from the first letter of St. Paul to the Corinthians. Brothers and sisters, strive eagerly for the greatest spiritual gifts, but I shall show you a still more excellent way. If I speak in human and angelic tongues, but do not have love, I'm a resounding gong or a clashing cymbal. And if I have the gift of prophecy and comprehend all mysteries and all knowledge, if I have the faith as so to move mountains, but I do not have love, I have nothing. If I give away everything I own, and if I hand my body over so that I may boast, but do not have love, I flee. Love is patient, love is kind. It's not jealous, it's not pompous. It's not inflated, it's not rude, it does not seek its own interests. It is not quick-tempered, it does not murder. It does not rejoice over wrongdoing, but rejoices in truth. It bears all things, it believes all things, it hopes all things, and endures all things. Love never fails. This is the Lord.
Peter?
Colossians 13:17. Bear each other, forgive one another. And any of you has grievance against someone, forgive, as the Lord forgave you. And over these virtues put on love, which binds them all together in perfect unity. Let the peace of Christ rule in your hearts, since as members of body you were called peace. And be thankful. Let the message of Christ dwell among you richly as you teach and admonish one another with all wisdom through songs, hymns, and songs from the Spirit, singing to God with gratitude in your hearts. And whatever you do, whatever in word or deed, do it all in the name of the Lord Jesus, giving thanks to God and honor to Him.
Thank you. All right. Some business end. You ready? Anton, would you please get you see and repeat after me? I take you, you see, to be my lawfully wedded wife.
I take you, Juste, to be my lawfully wedded wife.
To have and to hold,
To have and to hold,
and to love and cherish,
and to love and to cherish,
for better or worse,
for better or worse,
for richer or poorer,
for richer or poorer,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
till death do us part.
so death.
You see? Please repeat after me. I take you, Anton, to be my lawfully wedded husband.
I take you, Anton, to be my lawfully wedded husband.
To have and to hold,
That and the whole,
to love and cherish,
to love and cherish,
for better or for worse,
for better for worse,
for richer or for poorer,
for richer for poorer,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
till death do us part.
till death do us part.
And rings. Your time. Place this ring on Juste's hand and repeat after me. You see, with this ring,
You see, with this ring,
I be wedded,
I be wedded with,
and pledge my love
and pledge my love,
now and forever.
now and forever.
You place this ring on Anton's hand and repeat after me. Anton, with this ring,
Anton, with this ring,
I be wedded,
I do wed,
and pledge you my love
and pledge you my love,
now and forever.
now and forever.
Now, as per Lithuanian tradition, maid of honor will now move the flower that resides on this side of Juste's head over to the other side. I would like to finish by giving a blessing in Lithuanian. Bukets, sveikere, and laimingi. Be healthy and happy. All right, last step. It's important. Anton, you use it. I now pronounce you husband and wife. Anton, you may be surprised. Mr. and Mrs. Anton Talk.
Walked in the bar, let's give it up for the bridesmaids. And now, ladies and gentlemen, friends and family and all honored guests, I would love if everyone who is capable would please rise to your feet and get ready to make some noise. Put your hands together and raise your voices for the reason that we're here tonight. Let's give it up for Juste and Anton. Ladies and gentlemen, and friends and family, as you take your seats, let's give a big round of applause to the newlyweds and the entire bridal party.
I just leave the confusion and all this illusion behind. Just like birds together, a rainbow together will fly. Oh, light. Oh, yeah, darling. Oh. No wonder my happy heart sings. Your love has given me wings. Penso che sono così non ritornerà più. Mi rivince con le mani e la faccia di blu. Poi all'improvviso ti vedo dal venire rapido. E cominciavo a volare nel cielo infinito, volare, e cantare, nel blu, dei pintori blu. Che nitide state lassù e volavo felice posate del sole qualcuno del sole mentre volevo piano piano spariva lontane laggiù una musica dolce e solare smontando il piede Your love has given me wings, and deep into deep, deepness I rush.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Ellis.
CPR until the paramedics came. So I told my son, I said, you know, this girl saved my life. You know you have no choice but to marry. So I thought I'd start off here. So one day, a grasshopper walked into a bar
at Sujak's restaurant in New Orleans, which was famous for its grasshopper cocktails, believe it or not. Those green, creamy, chocolate type of cocktails. So the grasshopper went up to the bar, was about to order a beer. Bartender came over, and once he got through all of the shock and awe of the grasshopper at his bar, he said, we have a drink named after you. And the grasshopper looked up at him and said, oh, you have a drink named Steve? So part of the value proposition of being a father, I think, is that we bring to the table a sense of fatherly advice. Out of lessons learned, lessons that maybe perhaps we learned along the way or we saw others learn along the way. Maybe no mistake, my father gave me an enormous amount of advice, fatherly advice, which helped me through a great deal, so thank you. Thank you. When AJ went to college, I wrote down 4 golden rules for his college experience. And they were work first, then play, situational awareness, get involved in the community around you, and to have fun. And those 4 rules he followed. And as a parent, it was, we think he did. But it was amazing to see as a parent. And I'm so glad, I'm so proud of you. So proud. And so AJ and UC, I thought about those golden rules, and there's a few more, 6 actually. So bear with me as I go through these 6 rules that I thought I had that maybe you might benefit from. So I'm going to read them. So the first rule is love. You have to love your family, love your friends, love your neighbors, and love your coworkers, because they're your whole world. And they're the ones that'll stick by you. Number 2 is learn. Learn new subjects, about cultures, about languages that may be unfamiliar to you. Never stop learning. Learning is the key to making life interesting and valuable. Okay, so never stop that. Of course, this one's dear to my heart, stay healthy. So stay healthy, live a healthy lifestyle, eat a good diet, exercise, all that good stuff. It's very important. The next one, number 5, is help. Help others in need, especially your family and friends, and be there always for them as much as possible. The last one is pray. Thank the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit every day for your family gifts and salvation, because He loves you and He is with you, whether you know it or not. And here's the thing. So I heard this the other day, and I stole it. But I thought it was so good, I thought, what a perfect time to share this. So do you want to know what a perfect marriage is? Do you want to know what a perfect marriage is? Well, I'll tell you what a perfect marriage is. A perfect marriage is an imperfect husband and an imperfect wife who absolutely refuse to give up on one another. To give up on one another. That's a perfect marriage. That's holiness, that's sanctity, that's sainthood in the making. And never forget that. To AJ and UC, may they live a loving, healthy, successful, and happy life together. And may they have a perfect marriage until the very end of time.
Šeima iš Lietuvos atvyko į Ameriką, viskas buvo nauja, aišku. Bet net ir tada mūsų namuose būdavo vienas malonus dalykas. Skambėjo Justės muzika. Dar prisimenu, kai buvo maža, sėdėdavau prie kaimų. Jos kojos vis siekė į pedalus. Muzika sklisdavo po visą namą. Kartais taip pat daina vėl ir vėl ir vėl. Mūsų namai taip ir buvo pripilti garso. Nuo pat pradžių aš norėjau, kad mano mergaitės būtų nepamirštamos, iš kur jūs. Visas Tai manau, labai svarbu. Ir dabar man labai smagu matyti, kaip Antanas mokosi mūsų kalbos, supranta mūsų kultūrą. Tai labai reiškia daug. Dar prisimenu istoriją iš Justės vaikystės Lietuvoje, kuri iki šiol mane prajuokina. Jos mama davė ją kelis centus, kad jinai į mažą parduotuvę nusipirkti ledų. Netrukus aš grįžau iš darbo, išsukau į tą pačią parduotuvę, nusipirkti gėrimų. Pamačiau Justę ir net pašokiau. Bet jie apsimetė, kad manęs nepažįsta. Skubėjau kaip greitai, prabėgau namo, mane atsigrįžė, nusipirkau ledų ir tada kuo greičiau nubėgau namo. Žvelgiant atgal, matau, kad jos savarankiškumas prasidėjo nusipirkti. Man svarbu matyti, kaip Justė išaugo iš tos mažos mergaitės prie vieno į tikrą moterį, kokia yra šiandien. Tai gyvenu džiaugsmo gyvenimo. Viskas baigiu parodas.
Now I will translate all this.
Good evening, everyone. For those who don't know me, my name is Val, Juste's father. Our home was always filled with another sound, our language. From the beginning, I wanted my girls to grow up remembering where they came from, speaking Lithuanian, and being proud of their roots. That's something I've always held close to my heart. And seeing Anton take the time to learn our words and understand our culture, that truly means to be alone. It shows respect, love, and real desire to be comfortable. And that reminds me of a story when Juste was a little girl and we still live in Lithuania, and still makes me laugh. Her mom gave her a few cents to go to a small store to buy some ice cream. Not long after, I came home from work and saw by at the same store to grab a drink. I saw Juste and even called her, but she pretended not knowing me. I watched her quickly rush in front of me without even turning around, buy her ice cream, and then walk home as fast as her little legs would carry her. Looking back, I guess that independence started early. Watching her grow from a little girl at the piano into the woman she is now today has been one of the greatest joys of my life. She's always had that same drive, patience, and heart qualities that I know will carry her through every part of her life ahead. You will always be my little girl. Let's raise a glass to love, to family, and to the beautiful future ahead of you both. I sveikatą.
It's gonna be tough to follow that up. So hi everyone, for those who don't know me, my name is Zach, or as anyone senior calls me, Zachy. I had the fortune to be random paired up with this guy in freshman engineering at UC, and from then on it was history. Everyone knew when Anton and I had a big exam because we would be panic cleaning the house or the apartment we were in late in the night instead of studying. But don't worry, we made it. From those days on, me and Anton were inseparable. Whether that be going to concerts, Bearcat games, spring breaks together, and even the Indy 500 with Snake Pit in the middle, for those of you who don't know, big concert. Me and a few others had to carry Anton out of this concert, not because he was unconscious or blacked out, but because he was dehydrated from the sun and dancing to Skrillex so hard. It wasn't a short walk, it was at least 4 or 5 miles. I've been by this guy's side through thick and thin. Anything you can imagine, I've been there for him and him for me. I'm proud to call him my brother, and that all the things we've endured together have gotten us to this point. The West Clifton house was particularly the favorite because that's where we lived with a great group of guys, some of which are here today. That's where we became real adults, learned how to fix drywall and bathroom doors and all the things. And most importantly, that's when you met the love of his life, Juste. Juste quickly became one of our crew, always smiling and happy, always down for any adventure. Juste is just a beacon of positivity that you can't replicate. She brings people and all of us together so effortlessly, even without trying. It's like when she was over, we just all wanted to say hi, hang out, and find out what the next plan is for the night. I knew from day one that you and Anton were meant to be with each other. The way you look at each other and the love that you have for each other is unconditional. And with that, I want to say, I don't have a drink, but cheers to the new lips.
Juste and I have shared a very special bond from the very beginning. Sorry. When we moved here from Lithuania, I was 4 years old and she was 6. And honestly, we really only had each other. In a new country surrounded by unfamiliar faces and a language we didn't understand, we became each other's home. We figured out school, made new friends, and navigated a world that felt completely different from the one we left behind, and we did it together. She has always been my best friend, my rock, and my partner in crime. She's the first person I turn to for advice, for help, for really anything I need. And knowing she's always there for me is something I've always treasured. Some of my happiest memories with her are the simplest ones. Like those first winters here in America when we played outside in the snow in our little apartment. We would play in the snow until our toes went numb. Then we would come back inside and my mom would bundle us up in blankets, hand us some warm tea, and we'd watch Barbie movies together. Even then, I looked up to her like she was Barbie. Confident, fearless, and always in charge of every adventure, even if I often was forced to go first, just to make sure our adventures were safe. I would give anything to relive that moment one more time. Growing up with UC meant learning early that no was never a word she took lightly. Whether it came from me, our parents, or anyone else, if she set her mind on something, she would make it happen. Her stubbornness, determination, and independence have always been part of what makes her so extraordinary. Someone you can count on, someone who inspires everyone around her, and someone I've been lucky enough to grow up with. Then Anton came into her life. From the very start, it was clear he wasn't just anyone. He's the one who could keep up with her, challenge her, make her laugh, and be by her side for every adventure life brings. He balances her strength with his own steady kindness, and together they build something truly beautiful. A love that's full of laughter, trust, and joy. They push each other to be their best, support each other without hesitation, and somehow manage to make each other even better versions of themselves. Anton, I hope you enjoy growing old with her the way I loved growing up with her. I hope you treasure the little moments, celebrate the big ones, and always remember just how extraordinary she is. So here's to my sister, my first best friend, to Anton, the man who somehow keeps up with her. May your love grow deeper every day, may your adventures never end, and may the joy you bring each other shine brighter than any Barbie movie we ever watched. Cheers to you, and Anton.
Thank you so very much, our team. Thank you also to Zach, Audrey, Val, Anton, and Liz for all saying absolutely wonderful words about this beautiful couple. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Anton and Juste. Let's hear it for Liz and Anton one more time.
Every morning you greet me, small and white, clean and bright. You look happy to meet me. Love